Welcome to the Machinations of Muffins. This is our YouTube channel, and today we are working in our garden. We are getting things ready for fall. As you can see, our pumpkins are orange and our corn is done. And we have some gourds hiding on our pumpkin trellis. And most of our garden is just about done. So we're going to start getting things ready for winter. And that's going to include clearing out our corn stalks, cutting our pumpkins, and putting them out for decoration. You never know what you'll find here in the garden. As you can see, most of our corn has fallen over and has been eaten by critters. But hiding underneath some leaves, we have some unknown squash. Not entirely sure what this is. We'll use it as some decorations because I'm not sure that it's safe to eat. But always an adventure here in the garden. As you can see, things are always interesting here. This is my oldest. And she's climbing like a monkey up one of the trees in our backyard. Say hi. Hi. Talk about gardens gone wild. I'm in my garden cleaning up, and I haven't been in here for a while. It's a little neglected. I have a pepper plant in front of me that's almost 4 feet tall. I have red beets, I don't know if you can see them down there, that are still growing, and peppers. This pepper is the size of a softball, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's a beautiful green pepper. The things you find in your garden at the end of the season are quite amazing. So part of our gardening is to make compost. So every year as the leaves fall, we either chip them in our chipper or we put them into a big pile, which has now condensed, and we let them sit all year. So this is the small pile from last year. This wooden cube was full of shredded leaves at the end of fall last year, and it is now shrunk the cube's about half full now. So I'll be using that to mulch on top of my potato bed and my garlic, and anywhere that I have anything that I want as a new bed for next year. So right now I'm going to be getting some of these old leaves and taking them over to our compost box, because a lot of what we have pulling out of the garden is still kind of green, so it counts as a green and not a brown for our compost. So we're going to need to add brown, i.e. old leaves, to our compost on top of all of the green things so that it breaks down nicely next year. Welcome to our not so tidy compost bin. We have 2 compost bin bays. This is our wood chip bay that we use for mulching in the garden and in my flower beds. So now that I've brought over my wheelbarrow of leaves, I'm going to layer the leaves and the green things that my children have brought over for me into the compost bays, and this will break down over the winter, and then in the spring we will sift it for some nice fresh compost for our garden next year.